I came back here so soon because the internet told me they were serving proper clotted cream now, so I had to come see for myself. Let's see if you led me astray, internet. The Good, the Bad, the Ugly, and the Yummy of Afternoon Tea, Lincoln, Ontario edition. Two friends and I met up at the watering can in Lincoln, Ontario recently. I have had this afternoon tea at least 5 times, but neither of these two tea friends have been here, so I organized us a visit. Let's begin with the good. As usual here, the venue is the good aspect. I absolutely adore having afternoon tea in a unique setting, and this one is A+. I love walking around their garden center. Their attention to detail and ability to merchandise and display retail items is noteworthy. There is just so much to explore here before or after your tea experience. My favorite plant to bring home are the mini succulents, which fit inside a teacup perfectly. Venue, in its uniqueness, is the good aspect here. The watering can's afternoon garden tea is served at the back of their cafe area. You are required to prepay online for it, and it costs $47 per person, which is in alignment with afternoon tea venues in this area of the province outside of Toronto. Let me tell you about the tea and food being served. They serve the Sloan brand of tea here with 14 tea options, plus iced tea and coffee. Not surprisingly, I chose the Earl Grey tea, and it was just what I expected of the Sloan brand of Earl Grey tea. It is fine. Both of my tea friends chose the signature black tea, and both commented it wasn't strong enough for them. Anywho, tea was fine even though it's another venue serving the same brand as we always see. Something that was different on this visit was that you now get to choose your sandwiches from a menu. You choose 3 sandwiches from the 7 options presented. I really like that. No need to request no seafood when I get to choose my own. I chose the roast beef, the egg salad on a croissant, mostly because I wanted the croissant, and the sweet potato and pickled red cabbage option. In addition, there was a small salad jar on the tier to add to our savory items. While I loved choosing our own sandwiches from several options, I do have a couple of comments because, of course I do, right? First, the tier of scones and sweets is served before your sandwiches. Ours was about 7 or 8 minutes before our sandwiches came out, which does not make much sense. This was the same for the 3 other tables within our view. Everyone got their sandwich plate after their scone and dessert tier. Why? Who is eating desserts first? Why not serve the sandwiches first, or at least at the same time as the tier? Then, if you want to eat your scones first, you can. This is just a timing issue, but I think it should be fixed. Second, on the sandwiches, they were massive. Like cafe style with a side of crisps, massive. People who equate sandwich size with value for the dollar would probably really enjoy these massive bready handhelds. But they are far from tea sandwiches without the crust cut off and their grandiose size. The only one of reasonable size was the cucumber option that one tea friend chose. This massive Sammy situation is passable since this is a very casual venue for afternoon tea, but it would make it more special and more afternoon tea-esque if the sandwiches were more on the dainty side, without crusts. These sandwiches all tasted fine, fresh, and no further issues. On the tiered plate, there was also a matcha and raspberry sandwich for each guest, a sort of in-between savory and sweet item, I guess. I appreciated the uniqueness of this item, but it wasn't for me nor my 2 tea friends. For me, it had too much matcha filling, not enough raspberry, and I didn't want more bread after the bready sandwiches. Spoiler! I'm saving the scones until the yummy aspect, but let's cover the sweets before we move on. Each guest received 5 sweet items: a maple cheesecake, a grocery store macaron, a cannoli, a strawberry rhubarb tart, and a shortbread cookie. These sweets were fairly decent. I enjoyed the flavor on the maple cheesecake and the tart. You know I missed a decadent chocolate item, but these sweets were pretty standard, so they were fine too. The bad? Nothing here is bad except the internet, writ large, lied to me. We did not get real clotted cream or anything even trying to pass as clotted cream. Scones were served with 1 shared jar of jam and 1 butter. We asked for 2 more butters. But where is the authentic clotted cream you promised me? That was the bad or disappointing aspect. Such a letdown. The ugly, nothing here is ugly. This is a very casual garden tea in a cafe setting, but set amongst lots of greenery. Certainly not ugly, but definitely very casual. Service here is okay. Not red carpet service, but it's fine for the venue where it's being served. And finally, the yummy, the moment you've all been waiting for. It's the scones. Their scones here have been yummy every time I've come. Each guest gets two, a sweet scone and a savory scone. I save my savory scone for my dinner later in the day. The scones here are a drier texture, not cakey, but I enjoy them. They do need butter and jam with their drier texture. Sharing this jar of raspberry jam, which tasted great, 3 ways, was kind of annoying, but we made it work, passing it around. Butter on these scones is good, but these scones would be even yummier if they were actually serving authentic clotted cream like you promised me they were. But alas, scones here are yummy. As mentioned, this afternoon tea is prepaid and costs $47 per person, which is $3 more than last year. 11 months ago, in May 2025, I rated this afternoon tea as 4 out of 5 stars, and I will keep it the same rating this year too. Food alone would be more of a 3 out of 5, but since it's no better and no worse than last time, with its unique garden setting helping it reach that higher rating. Have you been here yet for their garden tea? Would you go? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Do you like those massive tea sandwiches? And be sure to follow for future tea reviews, tea friends.